Lots of new enemies around here. I wasn't talking about this before, but before I start giving a couple more tips on commentary, I figure I might as well talk about the enemies here. These are tin tortoises, and they are weak to, I think, Dryad. So it would probably be a good idea for me to... Jesus, that thing had a lot of HP. It'd probably be a good idea for me to get Dryad out, but I'm stubborn and I'm Italian, so you can't really expect anything of me. Self-deprecating humor. Anyway, I think all three of these faces have to be blank in order for you to get through here. So let's set that one to blank, and that did nothing. Well, it did a bunch of 2s, but other than that, not much. I think these guys are weak to Luna. Wow, they aren't weak to much magic at all, are they? Oh, I guess I hit the statue with the magic. Yeah, you can hit the statues with attacks or magic, but really, why would you waste a charge of MP just to hit a statue when you can be hitting enemies, you know? Did I get everything so far? Yes, I did. Okay. I have to keep checking my treasure list because I'm kind of trying to make sure that I get all the treasures and that I don't miss anything, kind of like I did in the Manos Outskirts. Anyway, moving on here. Really, that's pretty much it for pet peeves as far as play-by-play commentary goes. But you know, other than that, it's really just based on your own what you can come up with. Because the thing with commentary is that a lot of people think, oh, well, I have to be... Whoa, I did not expect that. They share an attack with the Grey Ox. Well, we might see a Grey Ox on the way through here. Anyway, a lot of things with commentary is that a lot of people think that they have to be funny or some kind of like a humorous person in order to, you know, make good commentary. And the thing with that is that's not even the case at all. Really, the only thing that you need to do in order to have good commentary is you need to enjoy the game that you're playing. If you enjoy the game and you don't try too hard to like create a script or something, then I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. But, I mean, the thing with this is that this kind of only applies to live commentary, because, like, post-commentary, I've never done post-commentary myself, but I would imagine it's kind of difficult, because it's like, well, I've already done this, and now I'm just commentating on what I've already done. So, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And the thing with that is that a lot of post-commentary that I see is that you tend to do a lot more play-by-play when you're doing post-commentary, and like I've said, that's a pet peeve of mine. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not something that you want to do very often, because if you do a lot of... Get out of here. Stop breakdancing, stupid hellhound. I don't even think that was a hellhound, to be honest with you. That was a howler. Hellhounds are later. But that's why I would never really recommend doing post commentary, because you really are more susceptible to, like I said, making more play-by-play commentary when you're doing that, and that's generally, I mean, like I said, in moderation it's fine, but if you're doing it every video, which would be the case if you were doing post commentary, how do I get down from here? There we go. I'm going to start leveling Dryad up just a little, because these guys take neutral damage from pretty much everything. Dryad's actually a really good spell, because Dryad can put your enemies to sleep, and it's got some fairly good damage against a lot of enemies, so Dryad's actually pretty decent if you're looking for a decent attacking spell. Not as good as Wisp, of course, but... And the thing with Dryad is that it levels up pretty quickly in this area, because the enemies give a fairly large amount of experience, so... As you can see with Bogard leveling up there. So, really... Now, where was I? Hang on a sec, I'm trying to think. So, really, that's all I can really say about commentary, is that, you know, as long as you're enjoying the game that you're playing, you should be fine on commentary. Try not to do too much play-by-play, especially you uploaders of PBR matches. Because that's another thing that I really don't like. I really don't like it when people commentate over PBR matches, because what is there to talk about in a Pokemon Battle Revolution match? It's like everything that you could talk about on a PBR match. I don't even know why I'm sitting. I could just go like this. Everything that you could talk about on a PBR match happens on the screen. So it's really not even worth it to narrate over that stuff. And that's why I probably will never do a Pokemon LP. I mean, I have Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD, but I don't know why I'm using this. It's not effective. I will probably never actually play them because of the fact that it's just so hard to commentate over because... Oh god, Bogart's confused. Great. It's just so hard to commentate over that stuff because of the fact that there's nothing really going on that can substitute the commentary. So I'd end up having to like video log pretty much the entire time when I'm commentating over that. So I probably will never end up doing a Pokemon LP just because of the fact that it's just not something that I can do, you know? It just doesn't seem like something that I can... Well, then again, I could take it as a challenge and, you know, be a hardy personality and attempt to do it that way. That's weird. Hang on a sec, let me get a better angle. Huh. Well, I hit it, but the face didn't change. That's weird. This is where I'm supposed to go, right here. Well, we'll worry about it in a second. We'll worry about that in a second, after I get past this Glomoth. Let's head north here a little bit. Up to this area. Get away before the poison powder. Thank you. Holy cow, that was close. Anyway, let's grab these two treasure chests up here. See, I'm starting to go into play-by-play here. Those of you who are who might be lurking and wanting to find some sort of dirt on me, I know you, future trolls. I know you. Those of you that are lurking and trying to find some dirt on me are saying, "Oh, you're a hypocrite because you're talking about what you should and shouldn't do in commentary, but then you go ahead and do it yourself." And like I said, everything in moderation. I don't like doing a lot of play-by-play commentary because, well, obviously it's not. You can see it, so it's pretty boring. I think, anyway. But for the most part, you got to do it sometimes, I suppose, in order to fill the gap of stuff to talk about. Now the problem with finding stuff to talk about is that you can plan out what you were doing. Like I said, I was talking about how you can plan out what you wanted to talk about, but a lot of the times that doesn't lead to that leads to a lot of play-by-play because you'll run out of things to say at an inconvenient moment. I'm pretty much at that position now because we're still dungeon crawling, first of all. Second of all, I've talked about pretty much all I need to know about commentary. Holy crap, that had a wide radius of attack. I've talked about pretty much all I need to talk about commentary, at least everything I can think about at this point. And if I haven't gone over something and you honestly can think of something more that you want to ask a question about, you can go ahead and ask it in the comments below or whatever. I'll probably get to everything in the tutorial because then I will actually have something scripted and planned out from what I'm going to say. So, so there's that. There were a bunch of tin tortoises on this map, and if you defeat all of them, you can receive a mace. Now, that's, again, like most weapon areas, that's only for this screen, so there's that, and this cave that wasn't open earlier is now open, so we can head in here. Huh. Well, that's weird. There's nothing in here, except for this stone face. Hey, wait a minute. I gotcha. I know what you're doing. Okay. So now there's no indication, but you're supposed to set this stone face to the same as the stone face that was right in front of that cave that was down to the south. The expression on that one was angry, so you want to set this one to angry as well, and then head back down there. Yeah, that's kind of tricky. You know, come to think of it, I'm getting through this area kind of the same as I was when I was getting through with Duke. Maybe we'll run into the Gray Ox again. The Gray Ox I was talking about is a rare enemy that you can find here. It's not really... see, there you go. Now the cave's open. Oh, why did I do that? I can just do this. Yeah, Elena's Wisp is a beast now because it got a level up from... It got some extra power added on from her class changing. She has a bunch of MP now to use it. She's just a house now. But I mean, seriously, you saw with the red slimes over here. I think actually they're called cherry slimes. I'm doing like 90 damage to these guys. So that's pretty nice there. Oh, why am I casting? Let's go down here for a second. Now there's 4 stone faces in this area. And you'll want to set... The thing with this is that there's 2 that are larger, and there's 2 that are smaller. The other larger one is down here. What you'll want to do is you'll want to set the larger ones only to angry first before you go anywhere else. Now you may have heard it, but... Oh, huh, that's weird. I guess you have to set... Hang on a sec, I thought it was only the large ones. Maybe it's all of them. Okay, it's all of them. You'll want to set all of the faces to angry, and that will open up this door to the left. Now you want to open this door to the left first because the door to the right leads you to the exit of this area, whereas this door right here leads you to a secret treasure room. Awesome. So let's grab these treasure chests real quick, and then we'll head on out of here. Now, as you may have seen so far, as I was getting through this cave, we've been getting some pretty nice materials all the way through. I mean, we've been getting charcoal and marble and all that stuff. And by the way, again, marble. Remember, the game is reminding you to forge the marble helm if you have not done so already. There are no potted plants for the remainder of this area, so if you have not forged the marble helm yet for the hero, you want to go back and forge it now. Trust me on that one. You will thank me later. Okay, so now in order to get through this part, you want to set all the faces this time to sad. We must make them all sad. And when they're all sad, this door will open. But before we go anywhere, we should kill a cherry slime. There's actually kind of a funny glitch that you can do with the cherry slimes that I was actually doing with Duke on the way here, because Duke got to the Ninja Master class on the way here. So he was the thing with Ninja Master, and the reason why I didn't go with, say, a bow enhancement class for Duke, for the thief, because there's a bow enhancement class for the thief. But the thing with that is that there's like no critical hit probability up on the bow enhancing class for the thief, so I didn't go with it for Duke. The critical hit probability for Ninja Master is plus 20%, so that's just too good to pass up, really. Am I missing anything? Nope, there's only one treasure left, and that's outside of here. So, we'll get that in a little bit. Holy cow, I'm doing a lot of damage now. It's in the hundreds. We haven't seen that kind of damage since Duke with his sword on those cobras. And even then, that was with a death blow. Holy cow, Elena. Anyway, what was I saying? Nah, it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. Oh, the cherry slime glitch. You can get them in, you know how, like, when you hit an enemy with, say, a spell or something? Like, let me show it off. They kind of do that whole pushback thing where they get, like, knocked back by the spell or the hit or something like that. Well, the thing with these slimes, especially, I think you can do it with other enemies as well, but I'm not exactly sure, so don't quote me on it. But I've noticed it most with the slimes. The thing you can do with them is that if you hit them with a couple of critical hits in a row, after a little while, they'll get into what is known as a stagger lock, which it's actually kind of funny because what happens to them is that you've hit them with so many critical hits in a row because the game kind of doesn't prepare itself for giving you so many critical hits in a row. And considering the fact that you're using, like, let's say you're using Ninja Master and getting a bunch of critical hits in a row, because seriously with Ninja Master you get critical hits like once every couple of hits now. It's ridiculous. And it's pretty awesome. It's not game breaking, but it's definitely very useful, especially on random fights, because the fights just go by that much faster that way. But it's actually something that I can decently do without getting totally wrecked here. You may have noticed in the bottom left corner there's that BOM there. Well, that's a new thing for the ring. That's a new hazard for the ring, and it's a bomb, pretty obviously. But obviously it does a lot of damage. I think it does more than stone, to be honest with you, and that's pretty bad for you. So you might want to be careful of that. And see, there's the extra sleep effect that I was talking about on Dryad there. I really need MP back here. Okay, so we are pretty much out of Mount Illusia. Once we go up this path, we will be to our destination, which is... Hang on, let me equip Wisp real quick. Which is...